Well, a hot summer-like day here in the valley. As we go through our afternoon, things will remain quiet. It's late tonight when we'll have a chance of storms. They're developing now out in the western Dakotas, and there's a chance that some of our counties could see some severe weather as we go through the overnight hours. The chance is greatest in the areas of yellow, and here are the modes of severe weather we could have. The main threat: gusty winds, large hail, and possible tornadoes. Again, possible localized flooding from the heavy rain as well. And here is a look at where that tornado threat is the greatest in the areas that are brown here. As we head into the overnight hours, these storms are going to have that main wind threat, but we have a gusty line of winds. Once in a while, we can have a spin up along that boundary. And there is a risk for isolated tornado threats here in the Red River Valley, particularly up north, but the risk is lower than for our neighbors out in our western reaches. So a few tornadoes will be possible. Gusty straight line winds, though, that #1 threat. Here's the storms firing. Now you can see the large area of low pressure out here near Calgary, and as we have that southerly flow and southwesterly flow, a lot of moisture working its way in. You can feel the stickiness to the air right now. That fuels these thunderstorms that are taking off now. Well, northern portions of the park there north of Medora, we're seeing a thunderstorm starting to develop and a couple of thunder showers near Lake Sakakawea. They're a long ways from us. So the heat is on. 88 Grand Forks, 86 in Hallock, and 88 degrees as well in Crookston this hour. Down to the south, wow, 88 for Fargo-Moorhead and 90 right now in Breckenridge and in Wahpeton. Your hour-by-hour forecast shows the heat is going to be on for the entirety of the evening. Now, out ahead of this system right here, we have this little boundary working its way through. We'll have some hit and miss showers and storms, mainly after 8 in our northwesternmost counties in the Devil's Lake Basin. That's not the main event, but that's wave 1 of a few thunderstorms. Then we head to bed, things look quiet, and you're like, Hutch, what are you talking about? Well, there is going to be a chance of some developing storms in this very hot and humid air, and this is a pause in the after midnight time frame. We'll have these storms up here kind of isolated in nature. Those will be a concern as they form and move north from Devil's Lake North. And then this line here, watch what happens as it works its way into the James River Valley. See the backward C shape here? Our model picking up on what we call a bow echo, and this would indicate gusty straight line wind potential. So the #1 threat, gusty straight line winds, generally after around 1 in the morning. And these storms can kind of speed up sometimes when that happens. And anywhere along this boundary, there could be a spin up in the form of a tornado. Notice the path they take, though. Southern Valley, Lakes Country. If you're in Lisbon, if you're in Richland County and the Hankinson area, the chances of storms much lower than the Northern Valley. So I think this is mainly northern portions of our valley, including northwest Minnesota and our western counties, where the threat is the greatest. We still will have the wind threat here. Gusts will be westerly through the James River Valley, and they'll be from the southwest as they blow their way through places like Pembina, Walsh County, and on up into Roseau County. So those will be the areas where we have wind damage, hail threats, and an isolated tornado. Then, as we go through mid-morning, temperatures near 70. That's where we stay all day long. Midday showers and storms are a possibility. They'll be hit and miss in nature. So we'll have a cooler day with gusty west winds, and temperatures as opposed to close to 90 will be a little bit closer to the 80-degree mark. So 70 and sunshine after we get through the morning. I think we stay dry here in the FM area. Looks like a much cooler day, albeit breezy for the first 3/4 of it. The best time of the day, dinner time. Beautiful shot here by Tiffany Qualley. Once again, thanks so much for sharing your photo. Now look at your planning forecast. First alert weather day, mainly for the morning. After that, the rest of the day, not too bad. We're in the 70s to near 80 as we go towards late week, and then the heat is on, folks. Get ready for some sizzle in that forecast for little Father's Day out there, as we will see 97 sizzling degrees. It looks windy, it looks hot. It does not look overly stormy when we get that hot, so that's a good thing. Be ready. Mike, have your sunscreen and shades ready to go for next weekend.
All right.